Impact World Tag Team titles are on the line. Champions, the Good Brothers. The challengers, Sabin and Storm, as well as Private Party with Matt Hardy. You can see all of the eyes of this match are fixed upon the champ.
When you've got big money Matt in your corner right here, this is invaluable. And look at the tandem offense from Storm and Sabin. Private Party is simply amazing with their athleticism. But Matt Hardy twisted his face.
Anderson
Shooting star.
and Mark Went. Anderson in. They keep the titles. And right there, the champions remain. Carl Anderson and the Big LG. After 3 decades as a professional wrestler, Tommy Dreamer walks the championship aisle for perhaps the final time. Rich Swann, a champion who has truly had a hero's journey.
This is not about a favor. This is not about giving someone a shot. This is about paying homage to someone you respect.
It's a cutter onto the floor.
Oh, that's it! Look at that, putting the belt over the champion's shoulder. This is a sign of the other. Oh, damn you, folks!
After we witnessed art, a match where not a punch was thrown, this man has come and ruined it. Welcome, sports fans. Impact Wrestling is on the air. By the end of tonight, the entire world will be talking.
This is your Impact Wrestling opening contest. It is for the X Division Championship. Set for one fall. The walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
This young man earned this title opportunity, winning the triple threat revolver this past Saturday at No Surrender. D'Lo Brown, you love what this wrestler brings to the game.
I mean, this is a great way to open up Impact Wrestling on Access TV. Josh Alexander is one of my favorite wrestlers on the product. He can go out there and flat out compete with anyone.
He's going to have to do it against the champ.
His opponent from Los Angeles, California, the X Division Champion, TJP.
Let's take the gloves off right now. Let's unzip and unbutton. Everyone's looking at Impact. Everyone's talking about AEW, all these other 3 letters. I put TJP and Josh Alexander up against any other 2 guys in the world right now.
You know, you took the words right out of my mouth. TJP is one of the best. He is what is the X Division is all about. He is not a high flyer. He's not a mat wrestler. He's not a submission expert. He is all of them together.
And then some. It's all about the X Division title. A division that has revolutionized the sport. So much of what is commonplace now has come out of the X Division. To be called champions, that's what it's about in this sport. You don't need the, hey, why is this match happening? I'll tell you why. It's on the schedule and this guy wants to be the champion. He's earned the opportunity to do so.
To me, the X Division Championship is the fighting man championship. You have to earn it, defend it. Every night, every time you step in the ring, you have to prove you're worthy of being the X Division champion.
Nice single leg defense by TJ. He lowers his base. Josh tries to capture the head. TJ snakes out. There's going to be some good stuff here, D'Lo.
For those of you who are very new to just pure wrestling, watch these 2 men. They will lower their body weight. They'll lower their gravity. They'll lower their center of mass. They will reverse. They'll counter. They'll exciting wrestlers.
To understand the body, the anatomy, the kinesiology, the way it moves, the joints, the manipulation, look at what TJP is trying to do, and look at what Josh Alexander is not allowing TJ to do.
And that's a smart move right there by TJ. Get out of that ankle lock before Josh Alexander can lock that in.
So let's talk about the proverbial tail of the tape, or at least let's illustrate it with our words. How dare we? Josh Alexander uses the ankle lock. He's going to have a height, weight, and perhaps strength advantage. But TJP is so unique. He is ground-based. He is high-flying. He has that Inoki Dojo background. He has the X factor.
Yeah, he does. He is one who's really good at joint manipulation. He can contort your bodies in ways. He can contort his own bodies in ways you can't even comprehend.
But there's the difference right there, the size and strength. And look how TJ negates.
Oh, how did he do that?
Look how Josh clasps his hands. He's not allowing TJ to hyperextend. And TJ, so smart, switches the hold to an abdominal stretch. Leg over. And Josh, nice reversal.
This is what I'm talking about. Look at this counter.
Nicely done into a trap head scissors, but Josh Alexander rolls through. Look out, TJP, a nice little Johnny Saint escape, and ladies and gentlemen, stand up and applaud.
This is wrestling. Look at what these two young men are doing out here.
Absolutely, I love it. There's the hashtag. Hashtag this is wrestling. Let's get it trending. Thank you so much. Done.
TJP trying to elevate the game up.
Oh, Josh was able to stop TJ's momentum there into a backbreaker. Smart by Josh to cut down TJP. It negates an offense that TJ has.
And here's the one thing that Josh does bring to this is the power. When he's able to just lower your body weight onto, for example, his knee, he just crushes you, takes the wind from your sails.
Josh Alexander clearly working on the ankle. It's also not lose sight of the fact that he has the double underhook pile driver known as divine intervention. TJP uses a Mamba splash. It's off the top rope. Definitely going to try to soften up Josh Alexander's ribs, but I don't think he can do it from this position.
No, right here, this is advantage. There's no advantage either way. This is like a chess match here. This is hold, counter hold, move, counter move.
Here you go, separation of hands, but you saw Alexander nicely trying to stay 2 on 1. 2 of my hands or feet, 2 of my body parts on 1 of yours.
And see, like I said, neither man has a distinct advantage right now. They're just jockeying for position. You look at TJ weaving the foot in there, try to get leverage.
Shoulders are down. I was going to mention, Josh is a wrestler, but he's given up his back quite a bit here.
But I don't think he's really concerned because he's got TJ's ankles there. He's got the hands grasped. Like, I'm thinking he's just, once again, playing chess right now.
Shoulders are down again. Barrel roll through surfboard.
Look
Josh
at this.
Alexander using a page out of TJP's book.
But you know, Josh Alexander's got to hook those toes up around TJ's shoulders to really put the torque in. And TJ's already busted open.
Go now, the rocking back and forth, the pressure on the lower back. We talked about trying to cut TJ down. Look at the strength of TJ's legs. And how smart is Josh to switch the hold back to the ankle lock there.
TJ's in the center. TJ's trying to counter through.
Yeah, TJ rolls to his back to alleviate the pressure. And now TJ, he's stacked. His shoulders are down. Separation there. Good job by our referee. You can see the daylight. Look at that. We talked about Inoki. Remember Backlund and Inoki?
Look at the power right there.
Josh Alexander made a classic moment his own. And to me, that is what separates Josh Alexander from the world.
My goodness.
Is that a triangle? What does he have?
TJ.
Josh Alexander.
He's got extended.
All he has to do is point his palm straight over and he's going to get the submission. But this is for the X Division title. And Josh Alexander will knock him gently into that good night.
Wow, that was a slingshot. I don't know what to call that.
Josh Alexander may have a torn bicep, if nothing more, a serious strain. But adrenaline, as I've said many times, it's a great motivator. Josh Alexander, TJP, kicking off Impact here. We thank you so much for joining us. And D'Lo, if you missed it, next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, BTI comes your way. It's a nice little appetizer to the many entrees of Impact.
It's definitely a way to get your night started, get a little early start on professional wrestling, and get your night started on Impact.
Drop top out of the way there by TJP, realizing his shoulders were on the mat, and just like that, Josh Alexander has slowed everything down. The middle of the ring is where the action lives, and look at that.
Look at the shoulders. The shoulders are not meant to move that way, to be manipulated, to be bent in that way.
So TJP breathing, looking for reprieve somewhere. Never count TJP out. He's a master manipulator of the body, and just like that, TJP back on the offense.
TJP is quick as a whip. He can get from offense to defense and transition in a heartbeat.
TJP remains in control, has the back, manipulating the shoulder blades here. If Josh Alexander falls to his back, TJ's in a bad way. But Josh Alexander could separate his shoulder if he does that.
Yeah, you see, look, there he's going to his back. There it is.
Eased down, and just like that, TJP, he takes what his opponent gives him and uses it against them. It reminds me of like a Floyd Mayweather or a Roy Jones Jr.
You know, back to the ankle lock, roll through.
TJ has that scouted, well played onto the floor. Now keep your eye on TJP. How much damage has been done? We're about to find out.
You see, that's the other element that TJP brings in. He can go high flyer, he can go X Division.
Absolutely, TJP can just simply go. None better in my opinion right now. I know it's a bold statement, but hey, challenge me, prove me wrong.
TJ up to the top.
Cross body.
No
Josh
cover
Alexander
there.
just right out the momentum. Josh understands what is at stake here. Josh's mouth is wide open. Perhaps the challenger is fading. Perhaps it's the conditioning that will come into play. Tornado step up DDT. Josh Alexander, shoulders down. TJ cover. No!
Give Josh Alexander credit. That was a hell of a tornado DDT. Dropped him right on his head and still was able to kick out on two.
Folks, this is just our first match. Here goes TJ gonna hit the Mamba Splash. If he does, no, he saw Josh get out of the way. TJ rolled through, slightly disoriented, back through onto the apron, went to hit to the gut. Josh saw it, kicked TJ, and that may have caught the champion. Back is exposed. Alexander takes advantage.
Wow. These two men are putting it all on the line for the X Division Championship. All on the line.
Josh Alexander knows he has to get the champion back into the ring. Time cannot change hands on a countout. So Josh smart, he rolled TJ into the center, but Josh went around onto the turnbuckle. Is that going to backfire? Yes! Josh went to an area that we don't see a lot from. He kind of went for the long ball when he's kind of a short running game kind of team, for lack of a better example.
Yeah, that was, he was going into high risk district. That's not the place he usually goes, and it backfired on him. Now this match is dead even right now.
What about those that'll say that you have to take the risk? You have to go outside your comfort zone to achieve greatness. We're going to find out how the strategy plays out. Each wrestler has to 10 to get to his feet. You can see referee Brandon Toll has started his count. The champion is up, and just like that, he is down. Ankle lock submission here. Is the title slipping out of the hands of TJP? Ooh!
TJP can get toward his body, like I told you, in many different ways. He's able to get out of that ankle lock. He's going for the detonation kick.
Underhook here. Is that divine intervention? Not just yet, but let us keep on living the good life, because you never know when it's coming.
TJ's going to the top. This is the Mamba Splash.
X Division title. Josh Alexander laying in wait, and the #1 contender may have knocked out the champion as he sits atop the turnbuckle. This is Josh Alexander's moment.
Now can Josh Alexander capitalize on this? TJ is hurting.
A divine intervention from up there would surely seal the deal for Josh Alexander. TJ knows it. Look at the strength of this young man. What a storied career for TJP. Able to send the challenger down.
Oh my goodness. TJ, get up. TJ gets up. Here it is. It looks like it. Mamba Splash. No! Ankle lock. And TJP is dead center of the ring. No, he can't get to the rope. He's locked in. Josh Alexander's locked him in.
Is it enough? Will TJP say I quit for everything this young man has been through? Started training at 13 years old, but here he is now. X Division title is just that far away for Josh Alexander. Oh.
Divine intervention? No!
TJ out. Slip through.
Look, Octopus hold again. TJ's gonna give up. He's fought too hard to get here.
Slowly, Josh Alexander rolls his way out, takes the single, back to what brought him here was the first move he went for when the match started. Hard slap from TJ, went for the kick, another one. TJP swims through, got him.
My goodness, both men exhausted, both men in pain.
That's what it's all about, to walk back to that locker room, that lonely road of faith, and call yourself a champion. Xander passes by, went for another running boot. TJ onto the shoulders.
There's that nation kick, that nation kick! TJ's going up top, this has got to be the Mamba now! Mamba splash, that's it!
They hit it! An amazing match!
Here is your winner and still X Division champion, TJP.
D'Lo Brown, let us catch our breaths, but let us not miss the fact that we have witnessed an amazing match between two amazing athletes, two gifted young men.
What we saw right there, and just right there, the Mamba splash, boom! No one gets up from that. 1, 2, 3. What we saw right there, what we just witnessed, was two men putting it out there, putting it on the line, going after the X Division Championship with everything they had.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will call this a sport until the day I die, out of the sheer respect that I have for the athletes that choose to forge their legacies. Congratulations, TJP.
Thanks.
Dreamer,
Gia.
what were you doing in Scott Demore's office?
Oh, you see, we got a lot of politicking going on sometimes. So sometimes you got to match behind the scenes with behind the scenes. You see, Moose wants to keep on talking smack. He wants to say he wants to beat up Rich on BTI. Well, great. 3 nights ago, Moose interrupted a moment for Rich Swann. Rich Swann is perhaps one of the greatest wrestlers I've ever been in the ring with. Moose, you think that everything revolves around you. Well, it doesn't. Rich Swann is not here. I am. Tonight, Moose, I have to beat some sense into you. And we're gonna do it old school rules. I'm sorry for yelling. Moose really pissed me off. Me and Gia, I'll talk to you later.
Oh, just the guy I was looking for.
Seems like you've been dodging me.
Dodging?
Oh, yeah.
We had a deal, right? Half the money up front, half after we win and no surrender. And we did. I'm a man of my word, so here you go. Tonight, okay, same deal's on the table, right?
Okay.
Half up front, half after you beat Cardona.
I'm going to be Cardona.
All right, I'm going to be watching.
Okay. Keep watching. I like that.
Just the guy I was looking for.
We are not doing this again.
No. I'm not going to steal your wad. You see that wad?
Yeah.
Crumbs.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to do is get you the whole damn cookie.
Okay, before you start, I know you have a gambling problem, so no deal, no.
I don't have gambling problem?
Yes.
Homeboy, I'm an investor. You give me 20, I'll make you 40. Huh?
I tell you what, I'll give you 10. I'm trying to let you 20. Then we'll talk.
Okay.
All right, sports fans, it's a fantastic time to be a fan of professional wrestling. So many new faces coming in, including former IWGP, International Wrestling Grand Prix Tag Team Champions. Those are the big titles in New Japan Pro Wrestling for tag teams. The former champions are here. FinJuice, that of course is David Finlay and Juice Robinson. There's a lot going on here, D-Lo.
To see all the new faces coming in, to see the dream matchups, and to understand that Impact Wrestling is working with an outside company in New Japan Pro Wrestling, bringing people and exposing the Impact Wrestling fans to wrestlers they never thought would ever see compete inside of an Impact Wrestling ring. The possibilities are amazing. I'm excited to see the future of what's going on here.
Absolutely, those possibilities happen tonight for the first time ever. FinJuice take on Reno Scum, but that's not all.
Later on tonight, after his vicious attack on Rich Swann and Tommy Dreamer at No Surrender, Moose is going to go one-on-one with Tommy Dreamer tonight in our main event. And you know what? It's going to be old school rules.
This is a four-way match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from South Central LA, Willie Mack.
Well, it's fitting. We got old school rules coming. We have new faces that we still haven't seen yet. And then we have an old face, a familiar face, a friendly face. It's not a happy face, Willie Mack.
From Minneapolis, Minnesota, Davari.
Well, I can tell you a face who's always angry. Look at the mug on that man. Davari just always seems pissed off.
Yeah, well, Willie Mack recently returned from injury. He has a reason to be, as you say, pissed off. Davari, just the way he is.
From parts unknown.
You can understand what it's like to compete with your nose and your mouth covered. The fact that Suicide does that at such a top level, the fact that Suicide's a former X-Division champion says a lot about the athletes.
You know it doesn't. In today's world, wearing a mask is something, but you see the official Suicide t-shirt. You can pick yours up at shopimpact.com.
Go now, the final participant in what's going to be an exciting match.
And finally, from Toledo, Ohio, Trey Miguel.
You want to talk about a chip on your shoulder, or you want to talk about the new generation? Which one is it? Because it cannot be both.
No, it's a chip on his shoulder. Trey Miguel is trying to show the world why he's something special. He's trying to show the world why he's a player, why he's going to be a great professional wrestler here in Impact Wrestling.
And another great endorsement. You saw how Davari had his eyes right on Trey, but then Davari went to the guy to his left. That's Willie Mack. Trey and Suicide focused their attack on the experienced and dangerous Davari.
A little misdirection by Davari. He looked one way and went the other way, a la Patrick Mahomes throwing that blind pass.
Yeah, how'd that work out? Oh, big double drop kick there. Davari onto the floor. Trey commands the ring. Turn around. There is Suicide.
And now, the speed gauge elevates up. It ratchets up. Watch these two go at it.
Roll through. Of course, I'm reminded of greats like Black Tiger and Eddie Guerrero and all of them that pioneered a style that now seems to be just taking off quicker than we can call it.
No, the action's too fast and too furious. I can't even keep track of what's going on. Arm drag, I'm lost. Double arm drag.
The block, double kip up there. The athletes are so evenly matched in today's sport that there needs to be something different. Someone needs to bring something different. Perhaps that's Willie Mack.
And Willie Mack is that hybrid of the exhibition where he is ground and pound, thunder like this power. And Willie Mack can fly, believe it or not.
I believe it because I have seen it, and we welcome new viewers because a lot of eyes from all around the globe are fixed on us right now, D'Lo. International stars are coming. Of course, we're going to dive more into that after this show. Impact in 60. Stick around.
You know, the best way to keep up with all the comings and goings, the new stars coming, the old stars leaving, follow Impact Wrestling on Twitter, on Instagram, and Facebook. You'll get up to date on everything.
Now, call me old-fashioned. I love all the new stuff. The hashtag, watch it here, watch it there. But for me, nothing beats just watching the matches, watching the wrestlers, really studying their body of work. And that, to me, cannot be replaced.
No, it can't. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. It's the eye test. Willie Mack to the floor. It's a big man going to the floor there.
This match to highlight and feature.
Trey just got popped over to the floor. Now Suicide's going to take advantage of it.
Here we go, taking advantage, but just like that, the veteran wherewithal of the heavy-handed one, Davari.
And Davari said, "The hell with that. I'm taking advantage of everything."
Oh, gosh.
And you can physically see Davari's strong, but when you see him throw a man across the ring like that, into the turnbuckle, think of the force, think of the impact.
Cover here isn't enough to know. You can see the difference in what Davari does. Look, a cement wall, regardless if it has a beautiful picture painted on it or if it's just ugly, it's still going to wreck your car when you run into it.
A cement wall is a cement wall no matter what.
That elbow fells Davari. To put Davari down, that one had to tag him really hard.
As the Suicide's going up. But Davari was playing a little possum there.
Davari realized that he was in trouble. Listen.
Davari with those heavy hands a la Ronnie Garvin.
Davari's going to do here. May not get a chance to find out as Willie Mack takes advantage of opportunity. Willie Mack, powerbomb position on Davari. Sit out. Willie may have hurt himself as well. Great shot over the shoulder of the former X-Division champion. Actually, I think about it, I think only Trey hasn't had the honor yet.
Look at the strength of Willie Mack. follow up on it, and Trey Miguel says no. Willie Mack, Samoan drop both of them.
Notice how Willie stays calm in the middle of the ring. That's the difference that Willie has, the advantage that he has. Nicely done. Midnight done. Times 2. Is it enough? No.
Willie Mack is an impressive athlete. He does things, and I say this every time he's in the ring. He does things it doesn't look like he's capable of doing until you see him pull it off.
It's so crazy how that artery's burning up now. We say, doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. I think that's something that's gone now. You know, yeah, what does he look like? Looks like Dimitri Young in the Junkyard Dog. What does it matter what someone looks like anymore? Ooh. Looks like Trey Miguel got rocked, and it looks like Devarian taking full advantage of the opportunity. 20-plus years of experience, and that'll do it for you. Nicely done.
Nice
missile drop kick. Stud missile drop kick.
Oh, look. Ooh. Back elbow right there for suicide, but watch out, Trey Miguel's behind him. Meteora.
Is it enough? Cover. 2. You got him.
What a win.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Trey.
Sports are heading. It's heading into the young man's game. The brash bravado of this generation is embodied in that man, Trey Miguel.
The attitude, the technique, the skill, all combined into one. Trey Miguel is the future of what this business is becoming, taking it up in elevation every time he gets in the ring.
D'Lo, you know how this game is. Someone somewhere is threatened by this young man. Someone somewhere has their eyes on this young man, and rightfully so. He deserves it.
He definitely deserves it. Trey Miguel is the athlete that will take everything to the next level.
Congratulations, Trey. Another big win. It seems to be when things are going your way, you're all smiles. You're having a great time. But when things get hard, you seem to tuck your tail between your legs and run away like always. Just like a no surrender. Tonight you can win a match because it doesn't matter, but at no surrender, when things matter and all chips are on the table, you fail. Because you ain't got passion.
Experience Impact Wrestling like never before with instant access to all of your favorite episodes of Impact, Explosion, greatest matches, legend, content from promotions around the world, plus live monthly exclusive premium specials and so much more.
This is spectacular. What a match.
The Impact Wrestling app has you covered with Impact Plus, featuring thousands of hours of on-demand action.
This has escalated quickly.
Stream breaking originals. We are all artists. Get more exclusive content and experience a new and improved accessibility control and freedom like never before.
This match's just getting started.
Watch free without a subscription and stream Impact Plus anytime on your favorite device. Download the Impact Wrestling app now and experience Impact like never before.
Congratulations, man. Another successful title defense.
Hey, just watch the door, alright? What do we got going on in here, huh? Conspiring?
Well, alright.
I don't think that you do it to Rohit Raju, okay? I think it happens to me, because I won the Super X Cup all the way back at Genesis, and I still have yet to get an X Division title shot. Okay, I'm the rightful number one contender. You know it, he knows it, so let's make this happen.
Well, look, I'll tell you what. Based off of what we just saw, I think there's a lot of people who deserve an opportunity for the X Division Championship, but you definitely deserve an opportunity. So that's why next week we're going to have a 6-man tag, and the winning team will then face off the following Tuesday in a 3-way match to crown a number one contenders. That's 6 opportunities, 6 people that got a shot. That's easy. You rolled through 7 for this. This actually even is like it's like a tune-up.
Okay, so let me get this straight. We got 6-man tag, then a triple threat.
Yep.
And then I get an X Division title shot.
If you win both those two.
If I win. If. It's not a word I like to use, okay? You can make me jump through as many hoops as you want, but you know the outcome is inevitable. Let's go, Fulton. 6 hoops. It's at least 6.
I thought it was aces up.
8 tap down.
The following contest set for one fall, introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Brian Myers from Houston, Texas, Hernandez.
You know, D'Lo, I remember when I was a kid and I found out that the musicians that play the records aren't always the musicians in the band, right? Studio musicians are always the best musicians, the hired guns. Hernandez is the equivalent of that in our sport. He's good enough to know that he can make his living doing what he wants to do, keep his lifestyle. He's a studio wrestler, dare I say.
He's that guy when you have a problem, when you need something handled, you go hire this man. As you appropriately called him, a hired gun. He's not a man I want to mess with. He's not a man I want chasing me down.
20 plus years trained by the legendary Tugboat Taylor, Hernandez.
His opponent from Long Island, New York, always ready, Matt Cardona.
You know, D'Lo, with so many new faces coming in, we have international superstars that are debuting here tonight. We have a main event that's old school rules. A guy like Matt Cardona fits right in the middle. He's just enough of a throwback, but he's also just enough of what's to.
Yeah, he's that guy who's finding his place, finding his niche here in Impact Wrestling tonight.
Yeah, Cardona and Myers have a lifelong friendship, but once Cardona showed up here in Impact, Myers felt that Cardona maybe was stepping on his toes. Maybe Myers wants to go out and make his own name. You see Myers wearing the eye patches as a result of an injury, so he says in his doctor's note. It remains to be proven in a court of law.
I know a few things about an injury that lasts a long time, so don't bring it my way.
Fair enough. Right now, this is Cardona against Hernandez. Hernandez is, for lack of a better term, hired gun for Myers. I just think this is that Myers really does not want to tangle with Cardona. He knows how good Matt Cardona is.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get in there physically, it feels like. So he just hires himself out on Banner Hernandez. By the way, one of the most strongest individuals in Impact Wrestling. Hell, in the world of professional wrestling. Look at the way he's throwing Cardona down. That's pure strength.
See, Hernandez always keeps his feet moving. That's momentum, and Cardona picked up the timing there. Cardona is long and tall. You don't realize, and I've mentioned this before, until he's up nose to nose, eye to eye with Hernandez.
Hernandez is talking over to Myers, kind of reassessing the game plan here.
Well, I think Hernandez realized that if Cardona figures out the timing, it kind of negates Hernandez's strength advantage, which he has. But Hernandez, back in the day, was a lot quicker than he is now. Hernandez has to make up for it with dirty tactics.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But he has that strength, and that always plays into it. You know, Hernandez reminds me of an offensive center, where he's moving his feet, he's got that low center of gravity, he's big and bulky.
Oh, Matt Cardona using his feet. They're a huge part of his arsenal.
Cardona over the top.
Nice! Look at how perfectly Matt Cardona landed, face to face with the man who now will perhaps look to define Matt Cardona's career. And that's a big statement because I'm talking about Brian Myers. Do you let someone else define your career, D'Lo?
Never let someone else define your career. Never let someone even influence your career. But for some reason, these two individuals. Oh, what a cage!
It was nicely done. That went for the radio silence, and Hernandez showed his 20-plus years of experience right there. Cardona's a nice guy, but I don't know if nice guys succeed here in Impact Wrestling. Perhaps we'll find out the answer when we come back after this. More Impact as we roll on. Welcome back to Impact Wrestling. Hernandez with the bear hug submission on Matt Cardona. Brian Myers out on the floor. D'Lo Brown, what have you seen thus far?
So what I've seen so far during the break, Hernandez has been dominating Matt Cardona out on the floor, beating him around, punishing Matt Cardona, but Cardona just turns it around.
Speaking of turning things around, heads will turn as new twice now to change this matchup. And I think Cardona realized that it's his wrestling that is going to allow this young man to succeed. It's never let him down. Hernandez just like that, get off me, the pounce.
Yeah, the one thing that's never let Hernandez down, like I said before, his incredible strength. And now, Hernandez is going for the finish. He's going for the kill.
Going for the border toss.
No.
Victory here for Hernandez will thrust him to the top. And Cardona realizes it. There's radio silence. He got him.
Here is your winner, Matt Cardona.
Right there is a classic example of wrestler meets power. Wrestler meets strength. And when Hernandez was going reliable on his strength, Cardona countered over with radio silence and got the 1, 2, 3.
That was a lower body attack from Cardona that led to success in this match. Early on, it was a drop kick. Later on, it was a drop kick, and then it ended with radio silence. Other wrestlers take notice.
Right here, we go for the border toss. Now Hernandez, big clothesline, and there it is. Radio silence. 1, 2, 3. That's all she's gonna write.
Victory for Matt Cardona. Now Ian Miller is standing by. Let's get an in-ring interview.
Matt, congratulations on your win over Hernandez. Clearly, since you've been in Impact, you've had a number of issues with someone you have a lot of history with, Brian Myers.
I'm not here to talk about Brian Myers. I've been in this business for 18 years, but I'm not here to pass the torch. I'm here to light a brand new one and carry it myself. I'm sorry, I can't listen to this garbage. This guy's such a liar. What are you doing here, Matt? Impact Wrestling is mine. I came here first to dominate, and I've been doing it. You just had to copy me, huh? Is that what you're doing here? Because I'm seeing right through it. What is this act? What is this act? Everybody knows we're friends. The camera's on, red light's on. You gotta be bad mood, Brian. What is the deal? Huh? What is the deal? What? Speechless? Get up this tape?
Oh, Hernandez from behind. Was this a plot just to get Cardona in a position of vulnerability? Look at this, Hernandez just laying boots in the corner.
I think Cardona actually did show some
Oh,
vulnerability.
Eddie Edwards! Eddie's here, close on Hernandez over the top! Look at Eddie! Dive out Hernandez! Hernandez is out! He's wiped out!
There's a lot to make sense of, but what I can see with my own two eyes is that Eddie Edwards and Matt Cardona are on the same page. Brian Myers, I can't speak for him. Hernandez, he's a hired gun, so whoever comes next with the money is where he's going to go. But there's so much going on here. The eyes of the world are fixed on Impact Wrestling, and it's due in part to these two men.
タッグリーグ前年度優勝チーム182センチ95キロデビッド・ヒレイブラウンポイントチュースラビーサー
We hope everyone had a great Valentine's Day. The following announcement is paid for by All Elite Wrestling, and I'm here with the owner, the founder, the chairman of AEW, and the Forbidden Door, Mr. Tony Khan. Tony, a question. Did you get any great gifts for Valentine's Day?
No, I'm really glad you asked, Tone. I got nothing. Nobody gave me anything. I give. Nobody gives anything to me, but that's fine. I give great gifts. And Impact Wrestling, this Valentine's Day, I got you what you needed the most. Money. Revenue. Coming in via this paid ad. And I love doing these paid ads for you for two reasons. First of all, my accountant lets me write these off as a charitable donation. That was my idea. I'm good with taxes like that. And it gives me a chance to promote AEW Dynamite to wrestling fans live tomorrow night on TNT. The Young Bucks will defend the World Tag Team Championship against Santana and Ortiz of the Inner Circle. And the winners will be in position to defend the World Tag Team titles at Revolution against Chris Jericho and MJF. And Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions Good Brothers, I can't help but think that this could have been you if you hadn't screwed around and messed around in our tag team battle royal a couple weeks ago at Beach Break. That decision was a poor decision, like so many other decisions made by Impact Wrestling, their wrestlers, and executives. Another poor decision you made was coming to AEW in the first place. But it's worked out great for me because it's gotten me in touch with a whole new side of myself. And you helped me open the forbidden door that is me. And tomorrow night on AEW Dynamite, live on TNT, we have a huge show. Tone, anybody could show up now. The forbidden door is open. I'm open for business. Let's tell them more about tomorrow night's show.
Tomorrow night on TNT, Sting calls out Team Taz. On Dynamite, the Seidel brothers team together to battle FTR. The NWA Women's World Champion Serena Deeb faces off with Rio, who returns to Dynamite for the first time in nearly a year, in the first round match on the U.S. side of the bracket in the Women's Eliminator Tournament. And in the main event, it will be former AEW World Champion Jon Moxley, Ray Phoenix, and the Murder Hawk Monster Lance Archer against the Butcher, the Blade, and the Mad King Eddie Kingston.
Tone, if I may, what's your favorite movie?
The Godfather.
Really?
Yeah.
Me too. Who's your favorite character?
Michael Corleone.
Me too. And honestly, Eddie Kingston reminds me a lot of Michael Corleone. Eddie's ambitious, he runs a very tight family, and tomorrow night on Wednesday Night Dynamite, Eddie intends to settle all family business. Eddie, you asked me for this match, and it's my Valentine's Day present to you. You get Lance Archer, Phoenix, and Jon Moxley. And be careful what you wish for, Eddie. You just might get it. Speaking of Valentine's Day presents, we haven't forgotten the world champion, Kenny Omega. Kenny, I happen to know there's a very special belated Valentine's Day present waiting for you at Dynamite tomorrow night. And I can't wait to see you get it, buddy.
AEW Dynamite live tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, 7 Central, and only on TNT.
Nevaeh, I've been trying to get a hold of you for a few days. You just left after No Surrender. What's going on?
I mean, we lost again. I lost again. Where do we go from here? I mean, should we even be a team?
Look, Nevaeh. Guys. Promise I wasn't eavesdropping or anything, but I happened to hear everything you just said. And it reminds me of one of my favorite quotes.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
telling
tell
you
her.
this one earlier.
It's great. You'll love it.
Trust the timing of your life.
Isn't that beautiful?
And in this very moment, I'm standing in front of you with no tag partner. And here you are in front of me, trying to get rid of some extra baggage.
I am right here.
Yes, that is the problem.
Ski down.
You weren't invited into this conversation.
Have you seen her IG? She's literally invited
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Can't even keep up with
Okay, you know what? You know what? I have an invitation for you.
Oh.
Destination? The ring. Now.
Actually, that is a great idea. I like that a lot. Because then I can show you that I'm a much better partner than she ever was.
The best. Good idea. It's all about you. You're the best partner.
I am the best.
No, it's working.
Look, just ignore that. I don't care. I got your back. Okay?
No. I have to do this on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now it is time to make history.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest is set for one fall. Introducing team number 1 from Reno, Nevada, Reno Scum.
In the front is Thornstone, 19 years of pro. Behind him is Luster, 21 years of pro. These two men trained by Mustafa Saeed and D'Lo. You can talk a little bit about that gangster mentality.
I know Mustafa very well. I know what type of trainer he is. And he puts them through rigors. He makes them tough. He pulls out all the attitude in them. And these guys have nothing but attitude. Bad attitude.
Yeah, perfect combination of athleticism and rampage and rage. Reno Scum. They say that the scum always rises. They're going to need to be at the top of their game. Right here. Right now.
Their opponents representing New Japan Pro Wrestling, Juice Robinson and David Finlay.
We are making history right now. We are trending worldwide because of this moment right here. Finn Juice, David Finlay on the left, Juice Robinson on the right, former IWGP Tono. The fact that these two young men, born Juice Robinson in the U.S., David Finlay in Germany, have gone on to win those titles says so much.
The I've spent many moves in Japan, and I know the prestige that's around it. I know what it means to hold championships over your head in Japan. It's impressive that two men so young were able to accomplish this.
That's right, our very own Carl Anderson happens to be one half of the longest reigning IWGP Tag Team Champions. But, D'Lo, what you do in Corcoran, what you do in the Dome, how are you going to do it here? Now, the turnbuckles say Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, see, right here. Here's where you have to prove yourself. It is great. You have accolades from the other side of the Pacific. It is great that you have done good things over there. Now it's time to prove it in this ring on this soil.
Here we go. David Finlay against Luster. Of course, you may recognize the name. His father, legendary Fit Finlay. Now, Finlay was a ruffian, a tough guy, and David's a bit more calculating, similar to like David and Solomon. It's very biblical.
It is very biblical, and you know, David is he's a wrestler kind of guy. He's also a guy who will keep your head because he has a little unorthodox wrestling in him. You know, guys, especially Juice Robinson, he's very unorthodox, but they work well as a team. They're well oiled. Look at them move in and out. Look at the tags. Look at this. Constant motion. Constant motion.
They'll notice the difference in footwork, the fluidity of the tag team maneuvers, and I know that Finjuice like to pay homage to tag teams of the past, and this right, yeah, Smoking Guns used to use that. Cover here isn't enough, but I like the fact that these young men recognize where the sport's been as well as where it's going.
See, the one thing you also talk about, you talk about different styles. These two are constant motion. They are always moving, always flying, jumping European uppercut. Great move by Finlay. These two are always on the move. Roll through. Oh! Bam! Sit your ass down, spine buster!
The power of Reno Scum, and just their abrasiveness, their grating ways may be enough to derail a debut of internationally world-renowned stars in our sport.
Look at Reno Scum. They're surly. They're upset that they were the first team that had to face Finjuice. They're trying to make a point. Don't send these guys in here against us. We are what we Impact Wrestling should be. We are World Tag Team material. So now we're going to punish these two. We're going to show you picked the wrong team to start them out with.
Oh, look at that. Finlay fighting back, staying alive. And that may be the difference that fans might notice the style of this tag team.
They have that Japanese strong style, that heart, that passion, that fighting spirit, if you will.
Now, we talked about it, though. So, D'Lo, like in football, if you go into Green Bay in December, you have to play a different game. Do Finjuice have to figure out how to wrestle a different style here in Impact?
They've got to wrestle the American style, which they're not used to. So it's different than the Japanese style. Headbutt miss!
Thornstow showing some concern for his partner. It's a bit out of character for Adam. And perhaps that's the opportunity that Finjuice will take advantage of.
Big Tag House of Fire!
Look at those quick steps. Stays right into his opponent. That move used to be used by Dick Togo.
It's called the Senton Splash, and it's a hell of a move. Right jab, right jab, right
but
jab.
Look at what Juice is doing. He's turning his opponent's body, setting up for the left hand.
What a left hand, my goodness, haymaker. And Juice is showing me something here. Clothesline.
You made a great point about adapting the style to our style, the Western style. Even the rings are different here than they are over in Japan.
Yeah, different dimensions, different angles.
But a win is a win, and the money still pays the bills.
I will say that right now, Finjuice is doing an adequate job of changing styles. They must have done their research. They obviously studied long before coming over here.
Oh, exposed face taken advantage of. And now, San Finlay realizes it.
David sensing that the demise end was near. Double drop kick.
See the great Rock and Roll Express use that. Clothesline onto the floor. That leaves David Finlay, Adam Thornstow, high above an Impact Wrestling ring.
Where are we going here? This is an homage to Power and Glory.
Superplex. Splash. Cover. You got him.
Here are your winners, Juice Robinson and David Finlay.
What an amazing showing by Reno Scum. company. They did. But Juice Robinson and David Finlay are victorious.
What's this? Yo, Jack, I know what it is, but why are they out here?
About to brother me off.
Yes! Yes! Gallows, look who's here. Who is it? Who's here? Oh, say it. It's the boys! The boys! The young boys! The boys are here. If anybody loves the boys more than anybody in the world, it's Gallows and Anderson. I love the boys. You know, a lot of people in this business in different territories, they get jealous when new boys come along. But not the Good Brothers. No, we love good young boys. We love when the boys come into Papa territory. But you know what? I can see the stars in your eyes because you're looking up on this ramp and you're going, my God, I remember when I used to carry machine guns bags and carry Big LG's bags and put them on that New Japan bus. I remember watching the machine gun go to the G1 Final 2012. Oh, we all remember that. That's what they're thinking. I also remember when the Good Brothers won those IWGP Tag Team Championships on multiple occasions. Boys, we are here to welcome you. And once we're done doing all this today, all this unfun stuff like work, let's go out and buy some beer skis. You know, let's have some beer skis. Hey, guess what? It's on us, because I know we make more money than they do, right?
We make a lot of money, but hold on a second. Hold on a second here, okay? Instead of buying some beer skis, why don't we have the good young boys go over to leatherwooddistillery.com, buy some of this Talkin' Shop bourbon whiskey, because obviously you put this bottle in your belly in the back. They buy us a few shots of our own bourbon. They thank Gallows-san. They thank Anderson-san. We'll have a welcome to Impact Wrestling party like the old days.
That's a party. That's a party. Welcome. Yeah. Hey, welcome.
Thanks for the warm welcome. And drinking sounds really, really good. But just to be sure, this ain't to the two. All right? So, let's just get to drinking beer. What do you think?
I think we'll even buy the first round of drinks. As long as Gallows promises to make sure that Carl doesn't pass out before midnight or wake up covered in his own piss.
D'Lo, there is this mentality where the rookie should pay their dues and show their respect to the veteran and wrestler that used to involve, carrying their bags and pouring their just for them, and it's changed quite a bit. Your thoughts on that practice?
Yeah, that's the young boy term. It's a derogatory term meaning you're a younger wrestler. You need to look up to me. You need to take care of me. There's nothing you can do.
But you need to look up to me. You earn respect.
But this is the old school term. It is not what we do today. It's not how life is today.
Okay, listen, I was taught 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 1 mouth, so I'm just going to watch, listen, and shut up.
Can I get my drink already? Thank you. Oh, time. There's no reason why I shouldn't be 2-time X Division champion. But there is a reason. You're supposed to be this Punjabi powerhouse, huh? What happened at No Surrender? You're supposed to be holding TJP's arm, and he gets let go, huh? That's what happens? Bam! You cost me the match! This is your fault. It's your fault. Hey, where you going, big man? Well, watch where you're going, cowboy.
Really? Look, apologize. Let me buy you a beer. Enjoy this music. Let's have a great time.
Apologize? What if I don't want to apologize?
What if we don't apologize? Well, that's on me.
Whoa. Hey, big guy. Hey. Listen. Just a fair warning before you do anything stupid. This is James Storm, all right? We're in a bar. Bar fights are sort of his thing. Plus, we're friends with every bouncer in here, so I'm telling you, I'm going to do it.
Hey, guys. Excuse me, guys. Come on.
Hey, it's all right. We'll just leave. Bro, I want to stop hanging out with you. It's like Chris Harrison, Jake Stevens all over.
I'm kind of drunk.
Hey, Daddy,
myself.
Forget this sawdust joint. I got a palace for you. We got cheap booze, cheaper Brizon. You'll have to deal with the best time.
What do you think? You're the one tipping.
Yup.
Shut up. Just this way, Daddy. After you.
You had us a cheap booze.
After you, boys.
Come on, Chris. Check this out.
His ass.
We set sail on this new sea, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because there is new knowledge to be gained, and new rights to be won, and they must be won and used for the progress of all mankind. And therefore, as we set sail on the most hazardous, dangerous, greatest adventure on which man has ever embarked.
Right this way, Daddy. Welcome to Swingers Palace, Daddy.
Pretty classic.
I told you, right?
Reminds me of WrestleMania 9.
Yeah, that's what I played. That's what I beat Ricky Martel, Daddy.
Hey, what's the name of this place?
Swingers Palace, Daddy.
Swinger.
Swing.
Swing. Swing. This is awesome. I love this place.
Hey, come on over here and make yourself at home, Daddy. Those are some nice, comfy steel chairs right here. Hey,
where's that drink you were talking
hey,
about?
Swingerella.
Beard. I heard something about beards.
Thank you very much, lady. They were free.
Delicious.
Are you that rapper?
I think she is. I think she is.
If I lay down a beat, can you spit something? Here, I got you. Here. There was a time when you didn't have a dime, and you had to stand in line. But now you don't. A-Town down, if you can't swim, you go to Trizam.
That was good. That was great.
Yeah, Trizam.
Hit me. I meant the cars.
I hit you, man. I'm sorry.
Hit me.
7,
Hit me.
6, 23.
What? That was my last $10. You get the free drink.
Well, you know what they say. Sorry about your damn luck.
Wow.
Swingerellas, get over here and show him the door. And turn him sideways, Daddy.
No. Listen, I've been hoodwinked. I've been bamboozled.
Swinger, give him a break. Don't you have a heart? Falabala is hurting.
You don't know hurting until you caught crabs from Bob Seger's ex-girlfriend. What'd I say?
This place rules.
Hell yeah. That smells good. Hey,
out with the trash, Daddy.
you will pay.
All right, Swingers Palace. Think Bear's working the door?
Well, if he is, it's a hell of a cover charge.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following knockout contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Caleb with a K, from Melbourne, Australia, Sunil Dashwood.
You know, D'Lo, this month is hard for a month on Impact Plus. You think Tennille watched like classic ECW or a classic Florida wrestling in her training videos?
You know, judging by the way she's moving around, just by the way she walks, judging by her overall attitude, I would say I think she needs to go back and study. So I think she needs to download, subscribe to the Impact Plus app, and download all the hardcore wrestling she can to kind of catch up. She should have done that already.
No, don't be so sure. You know, Tennille is more than just, you know, what's the Eagles lyric, a pretty face and a smile or a thin disguise. Tennille is a lot more than meets the eye. You can be judgmental two different ways. You can judge someone negatively, but then again, you underestimate.
Tennille is an influencer. She is huge on social media. She's all over the world. She's got a great following, but I don't think she's a hardcore wrestler.
To find out.
Her opponent from Defiance, Nevaeh.
D'Lo, I like what Nevaeh said. She said she wants to go it alone. Now, Nevaeh's been around. She understands the importance of a manager. And it isn't just, you know, look, Buddy Rogers and Arnold Stalling, they took wrestlers to great heights. But for me, I like the Gary Harts and the Jim Cornettes of the world. But Nevaeh on her own, how's that going to affect her?
You know, it's going to be weird. It's going to be strange for her at first because she's always been part of a team. She's always had that person to rely on. But now striking out on her own, wanting to do her own thing, to be her own woman. It's going to be an interesting journey. We're all going to watch with her.
Caleb reminds me of the Grand Wizard Ernie Roth, for obvious strength advantage. Tenille, though, just has that all eyes on me advantage. It's that flair for the spotlight, if you will.
Tenille also has that quickness advantage. And, yeah, I will give her due. Tenille is a hell of a wrestler when she's not taking pictures.
Yeah, when she's not in love with herself. Like, the things like that make a mockery of the sport. You're not going to do that to Nevaeh.
No. The power right there. And Nevaeh's been around long enough. She knows how to wrestle and knows how to get out of holds. And you're going to give her a noogie like that? No way.
You know, with the Knockouts champion being Deonna Purrazzo, the wrestling is highlighted in the division. As you see right there, a crucifix, just a 2 count. So whomever is going to get to the top, ascend to the division, needs to be an excellent, not just very good, excellent wrestler.
Yeah, they have to have all tools. They've got to be a 5-tool player, a 5-tool athlete, a 5-tool wrestler, and you have
Tenille hard into the ring post, hard onto the floor. Will Tenille get up? We'll find out when this match continues. Next. Welcome back to Impact Wrestling. Tenille Dashwood has shown us something we haven't seen. She has shown us her toughness, able to pick herself up off the floor after a heinous fall. Take a look.
Look, you can see moments ago, Tenille's head goes right to the ring post, and a hell of a fall to the floor. You can see the concern on Caleb with a K's face.
Well, while we were away, that concern turned into a little more, because the reason, hang on, Tenille's back on top is because of Caleb on the outside.
He took some actions there that caused this match to turn around and allowed Tenille Dashwood to take the advantage.
Nevaeh, though, right back. That's the difference. Someone like Nevaeh will not be taken out of her game plan. She's been doing this too long. She's too good. Cover here, and just a 2.
See, now Nevaeh's bringing that force. You saw that sliding clothesline. That impact, that thud right there will rock your entire core. And see, Caleb's getting involved verbally again.
That's a smart move there by Tenille. We talked about, just being judgmental in a negative way. Sometimes you give people too much credit. They're not as bright as you think. But Tenille, on the other hand, definitely knows how to manipulate. She uses what God gave her. She understands how human minds work, and she manipulates it to her advantage.
No, look at that. Close cover there, close count. Tenille's really starting to exert her will in this match. Can she keep Nevaeh down? Can she continue this torment on Nevaeh?
Seeing it. We're seeing just that ugly, brutal side of Tenille that a lot of experts feel she needs to show if she wants to move up in the Knockouts division. And right now, being champion takes more pictures than anyone that's the champion. I mean, everyone's going to come running after you if you have the title.
Well, she lets everybody know where she would be with the title because she shows everybody where she's at all the time anyway.
Tenille would be the kind of person to, wear the title to the supermarket, to the yoga, to whatever. She's that kind of person.
Yes. Drives it down Nevaeh. 1, 2. Tenille had a lackluster cover right there, and she didn't have all her weight evenly distributed over the chest of Nevaeh, which allowed Nevaeh to kick out.
So now if you pick up on that, so does Nevaeh. Nevaeh in there, she can feel her opponent. Time the momentum. Nicely done. And now, this is the opportunity that Nevaeh needs. This is the opportunity for one of these 2 knockouts to move up the ladder one step closer to the Knockouts title, currently held by the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo.
Both women up to their feet. Here we go. And look at that clothesline. Nevaeh was able to capitalize. First back elbow. Look at this. Nevaeh
is just so unique and different. Right there. STO. And look at how Nevaeh places herself perfectly. Is this enough? Cover here. Referee down. She did not get the win.
Ryan had the 2 count there. And right now, Nevaeh. Nevaeh is exerting her will. We're going for, was that a counter they're going to go for? No. Nevaeh with the strength with the reverse bear hug.
See Tenille kicking her legs, able to break the waist lock, exchanging stand-in switches here. Nevaeh.
Oh, face plant. This is good. Cover. 1, 2.
No.
Cover again.
Smart. Makes your opponent work.
Yes, slowly wearing her down, making her exert her force and her power, and slowly wearing her down meticulously.
Yeah, absolutely. This approach by Nevaeh is surgical. There is precision here, and Tenille is posing a problem for that strategy.
Oh, back elbow right there. Tenille roll through.
Is it about time to get a taste of Tenille?
My goodness, there is nowhere to go. That is just steel turnbuckle there. That's it.
Aussie, she got her.
Fury Shoulder, Tennille.
D'Lo, tonight, Tennille Dashwood showed me something. She showed me that she can get dirty when she needs to be. And just like that, she can go back to being an influencer. Look at that. She knows that that's the money shot right there.
You know, her hand being raised shows you Tennille shows toughness. That hand being raised shows that she is victorious.
Oh, what's next for Nevaeh remains to be seen.
A lot remains to be seen around here.
Tommy, Rich, you guys are both credits to this game. Hashtag thank you, Tommy. Hashtag thank you, Rich. Hashtag thank you, Rest.
Look at that. Putting the belt over the champion's shoulder. This is a sign of the other. Oh, damn you, Moose! What the hell is Moose? Uranagi! What is Moose doing out here? How do you ruin this damn it? Rich one, another Uranagi! What is Moose thinking?
Moose is next in line. Moose is next in line.
Oh, the distance of that leg driver. That is Swan's hurt ankle. Jeez. Stop. Can we get some help out here or something?
This goes beyond now the title. This is about injuring Rich Swann. This is rage.
This is beyond sending a message. This is making a statement. Wait. What? He set up. Oh, my goodness.
There was a time that I thought that Moose was calculating. Now I'm beginning to think that Moose just may be barbaric, and that is far more dangerous.
Where I want you, so I'm just gonna hurt you so you can never be around again. And now Moose with that chair.
But doesn't it kind of muddies up Moose's goal of being the champion? He's blinded by the rage.
He is completely blinded by the rage. He is just completely just going off kilter and just trying to hurt Rich Swann.
Moose turning the lights out on Tommy Dreamer. This should have been about celebrating the legacy of these two men. And now Moose has made it about himself.
Moose has completely made it about himself. He wants to let the world know he wants to be world's champion. And here, is this a sign of things to come?
What's in a name? Violent by design.
Violent by design.
We are what we say we are. You were offered to be part of something bigger than yourself. You were offered to sit at our table, to be baptized in the holy waters of change. But you declined. You chose heresy. You chose not to see the truth. You chose to be something else. And because of that, you need to suffer.
Violent by design.
At no surrender, you pinned me, but you didn't win. The sickness won. And you were forced to have your eyes open, and you were forced to suffer, but you suffered at the hands of Joe. I need to right this wrong. I need to fix this. This is my family business. And I need to make this right. I need to make you suffer. Next week, in a tables match, I'm going to bring you to the table. And I'm going to put you through it.
Violent by design.
And I'm going to do it alone. And if I don't, I'm willing to suffer the consequences of my failures. Because nothing is bigger than this. Violent by design. Nothing is more important than family.
Susan, no. Jazz pinned me.
I know.
Nobody does that to me. I'm about to show her right now what happened to me. I'm gonna go fight her right
it's
now.
not that serious.
Okay, who cares what Jazz and Jordan and ODB did last week? It's this week, okay? And what matters is change. Promotions, it's not how we handle business, okay? Scott, watch this. Scott! Hi.
Hey.
Hi. I have a bit of a proposal for you.
Great.
And I don't normally throw around the fact that I am a 2-time Knockouts champion or 2020 Wrestler of the Year or even 2020 Knockout of the Year. So I think you should take me a little bit seriously when I say I think it's time for Kim and Susan to get a shot at the Tag Team Championships. Don't you?
I mean, I have to always take a request from a 2-time champion very seriously. And that sounds like a great match. Kim and Susan challenging for the Knockouts Tag Team titles.
Yeah.
But you know what's better than one great match? 2 great matches. Because, you know, I saw at No Surrender the 6 KOs tag, and I saw Jazz pin Susan.
Yeah.
So, I think that what we need to do is next week, we need to have a match with Kim and Susan against Jazz and Jordan. A #1 contenders match, then the winner gets to move on and challenge for the Knockouts title. That's an even better idea. I'm so glad you came to me with this good thinking. You're a real go-getter.
All right. Okay. This is fine. We got this.
We can make this work.
We can make this work, okay?
Okay, Susan?
Oh, yeah.
Susan!
Wow, huge news made concerning next week #1 contenders match. Next week is shaping up to be a really big show.
Also next week, there's going to be a table match between Jake Something and Diener.
Also next week, 3-on-3 X Division match with the winning team going on to face off the following week to crown a new #1 contender for the X Division title. Just listen to these names. Josh Alexander, Willie Mack, and Trey Miguel take on Ace Austin, Chris Bay, and Black Taurus. Alright, fight fans, it's time for our main event. We thank everyone that has been a part of Impact Wrestling trending worldwide. We've made history here tonight. We kicked things off with an amazing match. And now, we go old school.
Old school rules, gotta love them.
This is your Impact Wrestling main event to be fought under old school rules and scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Moose!
You look at an athlete like Moose, he looks like he's chiseled out of granite. He was blessed by the gods with the athletic, typical athlete. He is the evolution, the next evolution of this business.
And yet, he is merely a man, merely flesh and bone. And tonight, old school rules mean that there are things that will meet flesh and bone that do not give. So all of that is out the window. It's what's in his heart, what's in his mind, what he's willing to do here tonight.
His opponent is from Yonkers, New York, Tommy Dreamer!
Here is a man merely 3 nights removed. The hashtag is still trending as one of the most emotional nights that we've seen in our sport in quite some time. Here he is, back in the office again, back in the ring. Is this an advisable move for a man of his stage of his career?
Tommy can give a damn at the stage of his career. Tommy is putting work in, and Tommy's going to put work in with Moose because Moose heinously attacked him and Rich Swann at the end of their championship match.
Old school rules means essentially there are no rules, no disqualifications, and everything is legal and encouraged.
Flip, flop, and fly right there, but no cut up by Moose. And yes, old school rules really favor Tommy Dreamer because they even the playing field. Moose to the floor. Tommy Dreamer's right up, getting the head full of steam.
Baseball slide there by Tommy Dreamer. You know, this hardcore style, these old school rules, it's not new, right? We go all the way back to the days of Florida in the 70s or go out west in the 60s, even go to Japan with FMW. And speaking of which, Impact in 60 on immediately following here has a great profile on New Japan Pro Wrestling. But what it's all about right now is Impact on Access and Tommy's head bouncing off that ring post.
Bouncing off the steel of the post.
In the wrestling.
I don't doubt that Moose is one of the most dangerous men in wrestling. And now you give a man with the athletic ability of Moose and you put weapons in his hands, You give a man who can wrestle like Moose and you put a trash can in his hands, that makes him dangerous. Oh!
You know, when you talk about the respect in our sport, back in the day, if a guy was wearing a dang earring like that, a Deion Sanders earring, guys would rip it right out. It tells you how tough Moose is, that he can walk into a match with a guy like Tommy Dreamer and have that flash and that bravado.
Yeah, Moose doesn't care. Moose is like, if you want to rip it out, try it. I will punch you in the face. I will spear you through a wall. Moose just doesn't give a damn.
He's willing to do. Tommy Dreamer's a man that left it all in the ring 3 nights ago for the Impact Championship, and here he is, back again.
Look at that look on Tommy Dreamer's face.
That look tells us that we're about to get crazy. We're coming right back. Welcome back to Impact Wrestling. This is the main event, old school rules. Tommy Dreamer and Moose. We saw tonight the debut of Finn Juice, David Finlay and Juice Robinson. We saw TJP successfully retain the X Division title. And now we are here. Main event time.
That is a steel chair right in the kidneys now. Across the throat, Tommy Dreamer. Moose is pushing down right on the larynx.
Of course, Moose next in line for the title shot. Rich Swann is not here because of what Moose did at the end of the amazingly emotional match between Tommy Dreamer and Rich Swann at No Surrender. Moose essentially took the piece of art that these two wrestlers made and ruined it.
He injected himself into a masterpiece. He injected himself in and had to steal the moment, steal the glory for himself.
Yeah, we're still waiting for medical updates on our champion, Rich Swann. Moose really worked his leg and knee over quite heavily, and Tommy Dreamer now sits heavily upon the guardrail, and here comes Moose.
Moose, trash can lid in hand. My goodness, look at the pain. You can feel it. You can see it on Tommy Dreamer's face. Do you hear that? That is metal on flesh.
You know, judging by the strength of the hashtag Thank You Tommy that started No Surrender, I have to leave it. There are countless fans out there that start to question, when is enough enough?
There may be some fans that are questioning when is enough enough, but there's equally as many going, Tommy, keep going. Tommy, you're an inspiration. Tommy, we love you. Thank you, Tommy, is because of that.
Now, Moose knows that, and Moose understands that if he destroys Tommy Dreamer, then perhaps Moose is the one they'll be talking about. Perhaps Moose is the one that the entire wrestling world one day will say, thank you, Moose.
And another example of Moose trying to steal the glory. He's trying to take away Tommy Dreamer's goodwill. He's trying to transfer it to himself.
Not even a one there. Tommy shoving the foot off.
One of the most disrespectful covers in all professional wrestling. There are old school vets who don't like that. There'll be fights in the ring, in the back, in the parking lot for a cover like that.
Here we go, Tommy Dreamer on the move, and man, you know, we can say what we want about Moose, like Trey Miguel, like TJP, because of the fact that he can do maneuvers, cover, such as that beautiful drop kick.
Moose, a man of 6'5", over 280 pounds, elevated himself up almost so high, he almost kicked over Tommy Dreamer's head.
It's scary how the athlete is evolving. It really is.
Tommy, my problem's not with you. It's with Rich Swann.
Wow.
So basically, Moose just said, this ain't nothing personal. It's just business, dog. It's just business.
Business is about being champion. I get that. That's where the money comes in. But underneath it, there is pride and ego. And that drives men to do silly, silly things throughout time. You know, Moose has never defeated Rich Swann. Moose knows that. The world knows that.
Right now, Moose is trying to send a message to Rich Swann through the body of Tommy Dreamer. Those left and right hooks to the body, to the solar plexus, were thudding. You could see the grimace of pain on Tommy Dreamer. He's crumbling down from lack of wind.
For Moose to take this match so wholeheartedly, it has to be because Moose understands.
You're past your prime. You're just a fat piece of garbage. No!
Disqualification.
I don't care who you are. That'll stop a man in his tracks.
Well, I was going to say that Moose is starting to build more of his arsenal. He's starting to completely evolve. He knows that going into a championship match with Rich Swann, Moose has to have every weapon available to him. Tommy Dreamer floats over. The leg is hooked and a one.
My goodness, the strength and resiliency of Moose.
Saw Dreamer was about to roll out of the ring there. If Moose kicks out on one, Tommy's got to be saying, what do I need to do?
If Moose is kicking out of one, there is still a whole hell of a lot of fight left in Moose, and Tommy just felt that on the power of that kick out. This is why Tommy's going to get a chair. Let's even the damn odds. Oof. My goodness.
You're getting insight into a lot of personal lingo here, but there's a lot more to this match than meets the eye.
Yeah, I mean, but I use the term
STO on the chair. Dreamer was setting it up for a DDT. Ooh, look at his head.
That is his neck, spine, and the lower part of his head all collapsing on that chair. That's steel.
See Moose stumbling, limping, showing the effects of an old school rules match. And not just any old school rules match, an old school rules match with Tommy Dreamer.
You know, this is a statement here. Moose wants to send a message not just to Tommy Dreamer, to the entire Impact locker room, and especially to the Impact World Champion, Rich Swann.
D'Lo, everyone knows the saying, live by the sword, die by the sword. Tommy Dreamer made his bones in our sport through tables, through extreme wrestling, and now, perhaps, it all comes full circle. Perhaps Tommy Dreamer is about to be thrown upon his own sword.
You know, that would be ironic in many ways if Tommy Dreamer, the way he rose to fame, would have his flame extinguished.
Or perhaps it's just the perfect poetry of a man's life and career. Perhaps Tommy Dreamer wouldn't want it any other way. I know that sounds sick and sadistic, but that's Tommy Dreamer at this point. Perhaps we shall not count him out just yet. As long as Tommy Dreamer's heart beats, there's a chance, just a simple chance, that Tommy Dreamer can be great once again.
Right there, Tommy Dreamer just told the wrestling world, I will not go quietly into the night. I will not go down without a fight.
Here we go, and look at Moose.
Oh, Uranagi, wow!
Down on his neck.
And Moose is setting for the spear. Perhaps the end is near.
After 31 years, what's it gonna do? Cover! Here is your winner, Moose! I've known Tommy my entire career. It's hard when you see your friend down and beat. I love this sport. I love where Moose may take it. No man, it hurts to watch.
It hurts a lot to watch a man you respected, a man you've been in the ring with, a man you have fought the battles and the wars with, be broken in half like that.